MagicBand Plus has made its way to Disney World, but what's with this new MagicBand, and what makes it different from the old MagicBand? There are lots of questions that surround this new MagicBand Plus, but you're in luck because today we're going to be talking about everything you need to know before purchasing the new MagicBand Plus. First things first, let's address the obvious question, what is the MagicBand Plus? Essentially, MagicBands have been around Disney World for quite a while at this point, and the MagicBand acts as a variety of things on your Disney World vacation. The MagicBand acts as your park ticket, it can open your resort door if you're staying on Disney property, and if you have a credit card linked on file during your resort stay, it also acts as a payment option. MagicBand Plus does all of those same things, except for it has some added features to it. This MagicBand is actually rechargeable, it lights up, it vibrates, and there are interactive experiences that you can take part in some of the Disney parks with the MagicBand Plus. Now, even though there's some differences between the two MagicBands, whenever it comes to the actual size and shape of the MagicBands, both of these bands are very similar. If anything, the MagicBand Plus is slightly larger. Whenever it comes to weight, they're practically the same. As we've seen with previous MagicBands, there are so many designs and styles that you can get with these, and Disney did not hold back whenever it came to the MagicBand Plus. There are so many designs that you can choose from, and truly there's something for everyone when it comes to these MagicBand Pluses. There's two options that you can purchase when it comes to the MagicBand Plus. You can get just a solid, plain colored MagicBand, and that starts at $34.99 as far as price goes. And then if you want a design MagicBand, those run $44.99. There's Marvel theme bands, Disney park bands, various Disney characters, truly something for everyone. Another nice thing whenever it comes to the price of the MagicBand Plus and actually purchasing one is if you have any discounts that you can apply when doing some Disney shopping, annual pass discounts can be used for the MagicBand Plus, so I was very happy about that. But since this new MagicBand is rechargeable, let's talk about all of the things that actually come with the MagicBand. Whenever you purchase the MagicBand Plus, if you purchase it in store like I did, it will come in this long black box. Essentially, the MagicBand will look like this, and it's a good way that you can take a look at what the styles are looking like and if it's something that you want to purchase. When you take the MagicBand out of the box, it'll come with this black slip piece here. You just take the MagicBand from the little packaging, and then an important thing to note is the MagicBand Plus does come with a charger. This is very important because the packaging is very big and bulky and may not fit in a backpack, and you might not want to carry it around all day, so it may be very easy and quick to think that you can just throw this away as soon as you take your MagicBand out of it, but just know that on the back of the packaging, that is where the charger is going to be at. I have read a lot of comments where people have completely missed the charger and they have thrown it away, and that's absolutely not something you'll want to do. So you can just snap the charger right from the back of the packaging and just make sure that you have this on hand with you so you can recharge your MagicBand, but it is nice to note that it does come with a charger. To charge the MagicBand, it's just like any other rechargeable watch that you may have. It just slips right in and clamps into the charger, and then it has a USB cable on the other end so that way you can charge it. Say you did accidentally throw the charger away or you do want a replacement charger, there are chargers available in the Disney Park store that you can buy replacement chargers. They are $7.99, but just note that you do not have to buy one of these chargers separately. It does come with a charger ahead of time. But of course, one of the main features of the new MagicBand Plus is that it has interactive experiences that you can take part in around the Disney parks. So let's talk about those experiences. One interactive experience that you can take part in all of the Disney parks is the Fab 50 quest. Now, this quest includes all of the 50th anniversary statues that are placed around the different Disney parks. Now, to interact with the statues, all you'll need to do is obviously have your MagicBand. Whenever you walk close to or near one of the statues, your MagicBand will start to light up and vibrate. This will signal to you that you are close to one of the statues in case for whatever reason you can't see it. And then whenever you walk up to the statue, you simply wave your hand and it will interact with you. Now, these interactions are different based on the statue that you go to. Some of the statues just play songs, some of them actually say little phrases. Now, with this Fab 50 quest, a really fun thing you can do is to actually use the Play Disney app. If you have the Play Disney app downloaded and installed on your mobile device, what you can do if you have an account is you can actually virtually collect all of the interactions that you have with these Fab 50 statues. If you have the app open on your device whenever you are interacting with the statue, it will virtually collect it in the app. And then also with some of the statues, they come with this augmented reality feature where if you hold the phone up to a flat surface, a frame will appear and you can see the character come to life. What's nice about the Fab 50 quest is all of the statues in each of the parks are located in generally the same area, so it's nice to knock them out all at one time. Magic Kingdom's the only park where some of the statues may be spread out. So it's a nice little thing you can do whenever you're walking around the center of the park. Second interactive experience you can take part in is at Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios, and that is the Batu Bounty Hunters game. This game also uses the Play Disney app, so it's important you have that installed if you want to play it. With this game, what you do is you will go around Galaxy's Edge and you'll collect bounties for credits. In the center of Galaxy's Edge, there's a job board where you'll go and you'll scan your MagicBand Plus to activate the game, and then your MagicBand Plus will let you know if you're headed in the right direction to find your bounty. If it's green, that means you're headed in the right direction, red means you're headed in the wrong direction, and purple means you are in the location where you have found your bounty. After you use the infrared scanner on the Play Disney app to collect the bounty, you then go back to where you initially started the game to interact with the guild master, where he'll give you the credits that you earned from getting that bounty. Personally, I have loved playing the Batu Bounty Hunters game. I find it very fun and exciting, and it's also a fun way just to explore Galaxy's Edge in a little more detail and see some things that you might miss just rushing around that area of the park. And the third and final thing that you can take part in as far as interactive features goes is you can experience the MagicBand Plus coming to life with the nighttime spectacular shows. During some of the nighttime spectacular shows, such as Harmonious at Epcot and Enchantment at Magic Kingdom, the MagicBand Plus will actually sync with the show and it will light up and vibrate. I've also seen that it syncs up with the beacons of magic that happens with the park icons around the different Disney World parks. Personally, I thought this was a really interesting feature, but in order to actually use the MagicBand Plus, you will have to have it linked to a Disney account. Link the MagicBand Plus, you can simply use the My Disney Experience app if you have it on your mobile device and are logged in on your Disney account. To do this, you'll simply go into the MagicBands portion of the My Disney Experience app, and it'll give you an option to tap the MagicBand to your mobile device, or it will have a camera where you can actually go and scan the back of the MagicBand to link it. Personally, the tapping did not work for me, so I found that the camera option was a lot easier to just go ahead and scan and link it in the My Disney Experience app. But it's important to note that this does take a little bit of time as far as linking the MagicBand Plus, and as far as whenever I went to actually activate the MagicBand, there was an update that you had to go through in order to have it interact with the features around the park. And as far as feedback goes, I have seen that each of the MagicBands come with a range of battery charges. Some are virtually dead, some have a partial charge. As far as mine goes, mine was on the last battery level. And it's good to know that the MagicBand Plus does have to be 60% charged in order to actually go through the update. So if you're able to activate the MagicBand before going on your trip or before actually going to the park, say in your hotel room, or if you're in the parks, definitely know that there is some time that will take to actually get the MagicBand going. For me personally, it probably took a half hour to actually get the MagicBand updated, charged, and linked so that way I could use it. So since the MagicBand does come with a charger, I recommend having a portable charger with you if you are in the park, so that way you can get it charged and going for your day. But speaking of charging, let's talk about the battery on the new MagicBand Plus. After using the new MagicBand Plus, people have had a mixed review as far as the battery life goes with these devices. Some people have said they haven't been able to go over 2 hours whenever it comes to using the MagicBand Plus, and I have a couple of comments on that. As we talked about, one of the main features of the MagicBand is that it lights up and it vibrates, and whenever you are interacting with the statues or you are playing the Batu Bounty Hunters game, there's a lot of times whenever the MagicBand is just constantly working, constantly lighting up or vibrating, and so it can definitely take a toll on the battery. On the My Disney Experience app, whenever you see where your MagicBand is linked, it shows a little battery icon, and there are 3 different battery levels. I always like to go into my day having my MagicBand Plus fully charged so that way I can use it throughout the day, but whenever I went to actually go start to play the Batu Bounty Hunters game for the first time, my MagicBand Plus was fully charged to the full battery level, and after playing the game for about 2 hours, I played 4 games total. Battery life was taken down to the last 2 battery levels. After that, I went and interacted with some of the Fab 50 statues around Hollywood Studios. It lasted about an hour, and then that took me down to the final battery level on the MagicBand Plus. For me personally, with experience, I've lasted probably 4 hours with battery life till it's gotten down to the last battery level, in which case on that day I actually charged the MagicBand fully so that way I could actually see Harmonious in the evening. I think the length of battery life that your MagicBand Plus will have really depends on yourself personally and what you decide to do with the band. If you're planning on playing Batu Bounty Hunters for multiple times, the MagicBand definitely works a lot. I know if you're walking in the wrong direction, it will not stop turning red and vibrating to alert you that you're going in the wrong direction, so that definitely takes a toll on the battery life. But of course, if you want to get your hand on one of these things for your next Disney vacation, there's multiple places that you can go to actually buy a MagicBand Plus. First things first, you can go on Shop Disney and purchase one of these. It does have a very limited selection as far as the different designs go. Your best bet if you're wanting to have a particular design in mind is to definitely go to the Disney parks to pick up a MagicBand Plus. They're located in all 4 of the Disney parks, located at Disney Springs as well, and some of the resorts even have them. I know on the first day of the launch of their MagicBand Pluses, the Marvel collection of MagicBands were not on Shop Disney. But also, if you're staying at a Disney World resort, you can purchase MagicBands ahead of time, and there's actually a discount that you can get whenever it comes to the MagicBand Pluses. So that might be something that you want to look at if you are staying on Disney property. When the MagicBand Plus lights up during the day, sometimes it can be hard to actually see the light. So if you're able to go into the shade and take a look at it, it might be a little bit easier to see than having it in direct sunlight because it can't be seen very well. The final thing that I want to bring up as far as the MagicBand Plus goes is the question that I've had a lot of people ask: is it worth actually purchasing? I have a couple of thoughts on this as well, and first I'll start with my personal experience with the MagicBand Plus. I know for myself personally, I've been impressed with the MagicBand Plus and I've enjoyed it a lot more than I actually thought I was going into actually buying one. I really enjoy interacting with the statues. I think it's a really neat little thing that you can do, and I absolutely love the Batu Bounty Hunters game. I think it's very addicting. I like accepting my credits at the end with the Guildmaster and just going around and exploring Galaxy's Edge in a little more detail. I've definitely seen some things that I have completely passed over in the past, but also it's important to note that I am an annual pass holder and I can frequently visit the Disney parks. So if I decide that I want to take some time out of my day to spend time playing these games or interacting with the statues and not necessarily rushing from ride to ride, that's something that I'm personally okay with because I'm able to visit a lot more. But if you're someone that's coming on a Disney World vacation and you don't have a lot of time in the parks and you're really set on just experiencing the attractions and going from ride to ride and seeing how much you can experience during your day at the Disney parks, you may not want to take the time to actually play the Batu Bounty Hunters game or interact with the statues or wait in lines for things like that. So it might not be something that you really want to put your money in. I did think that the MagicBand Plus interacting with the fireworks shows was very neat, but personally that was not a selling point for me because I like actually watching the show. I don't necessarily want to be looking at my wrist the entire time. One reason why I was okay with spending some time just looking at the MagicBand whenever I was watching the Harmonious show is because I know I can go back and see it. But if you only have a day in the park where you can just see the fireworks show only once, you might not want to spend the entire show just looking at your MagicBand light up. That also being said though, if you're going with kids or if you are a person that likes doing some of the interactive games in the parks or looking around at some of the details that are in the parks, the MagicBand might be a fun thing for you to have. It's just another little thing to add to your Disney day. Do I think it's a need? No. Do I think you will be missing out if you don't actually get one for your Disney World vacation? Absolutely not. But it is a nice little thing to add to your Disney World trip. I don't think that you'll be disappointed if you decide to get one. There's one recommendation I have if you're still on the fence of actually buying one and you have a couple of days in the park. Maybe go and do your first day in the park, see how people are interacting with the statues or playing the game, and see if it's something that you actually would want to take part in during your Disney World day. And then from there, maybe at the end of the night, go in and purchase a MagicBand and have it activated and linked that evening, because since that does take a little bit of time, and then you can have it for the rest of your trip. As you can see, there's lots to see and do with this new MagicBand Plus, but it is very beneficial if you know how to do the interactive features before actually going into your day. So here I have a video that shows me testing all of the new features of the MagicBand Plus, so that way you know how to use them when you go about your day. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know if you're going to be getting the MagicBand Plus, and we'll see you in the next video. See you guys!